Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash entitled people. In today's episode, entitled neighbor shouts at my 7-year-old. Man tries guilt tripping me into feeding them. Unhinged woman tried to steal my beans. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Entitled neighbor shouts at my 7-year-old. Unsure if this is the right sub, but here I go. Long-time lurker, first-time poster. My daughter, 7, often goes up and down the street on her scooter. Just one of those you push yourself, not electric or anything. I watch her from the top. Today, a lady at the bottom of the street stops her, puts her hand in front of my daughter's face, and shouts, "Stop. Go home, never scooter again." It is a disturbance. For clarification, like I said, it's not electric, barely noticeable. She's on a public street, none of us have drives, so she's not on anyone's property at all. So I see this altercation from the top of the street and walk down to see what's what. My daughter's crying and tells me what she said. I try to ring the woman's Ring doorbell. She can clearly see me but doesn't answer. Clearly can bully a child but not an adult. She hasn't said anything since, but I spoke to my family and they said if she does anything else to report her to the police. I'm just so disgusted and furious, acting like she owns the street. We also live next to a university, so it's not exactly a quiet little neighborhood. We're next to a city. Just for some extra info, I texted a friend who lives at the bottom, seeing if she knew her. She said she did. This woman has told them not to sit outside their own door. You have to hear to get the sun doesn't go round back. She also took pictures of them. My friend ended up telling her to F off. And quite rightly so. Absolute weirdo. Just a little edit. I've told my daughter about some of the comments she's chuffed, and it's helped to show her there are nice people about. Don't ever want her to lose that, so thank you guys. Take that baby out every day to ride her scooter. Walk with her. Dare that lady to say a word. Record if she steps outside. I say Opie needs to level up. Time to go buy an adult-sized scooter, put a bell on the handlebars, and ride with her daughter. If they see the neighborhood hag while riding, Opie should ring her bell and give her the most genuine smile she can muster. If she's feeling especially salty, she can throw in a wave. Nothing ruins a hag's day like happiness does. It's their kryptonite. Buy one for yourself and join your daughter. Better, invite friends as well. Scooter party. Don't wait, make a police report now since she didn't come out and talk to you. Better to build up a case now than wait for things to escalate. This. File a report now. Raising your hand at someone while shouting and threatening is assault, a legitimate crime. File a report now. Press charges. Next time it'll be a slap she gives your daughter. Man tries guilt tripping me into feeding them. This happened a while ago, but it is still a good one, so I figured I would share it. I was walking out of a Chick-fil-A one day when a homeless man asked me for some help for feeding his family. For context, this is a busy area and within eyesight there is a Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, and a place called Penn Station. If he would have asked for anything but Penn Station, I probably would have happily given him some money. Penn Station is not cheap. I can't remember exact prices. This man asked for Penn Station and I immediately went, yeah, no. He then tried to guilt trip me by saying his kids will starve to death if I don't help him out. He tried this tactic all the way to my car, and I finally just said, you better get used to McDonald's then, hopped in my car, and drove away. Did you see any kids? Even so, he should be happy with a Mac meal. Penn Station East Coast style subs were pretty good, but like $12 for an 8-inch sub in 2018. Can't imagine how inflation hit them since I moved away from where they exist. Literally a choosing beggar. Never give anything to beggars. A friend and I saw a single mother in a late-night breakfast place. She ordered a coffee for herself and a milkshake for her daughter. My friend told the waitress to give us her bill to pay. From the way she was dressed, we thought she might be struggling. The waitress immediately went over to the woman and told her we're paying her bill. She immediately ordered a steak and 3 other of the most expensive things on the menu, and to-go boxes. Needless to say, we kind of felt taken advantage of. That's a big giant nope. Waiter, just the milkshake and coffee, please. Unhinged woman tried to steal my beans. So long story short, due to some medical issues and a bitter divorce, I find myself currently homeless. Fortunately, I don't drink or do drugs of any kind. That being said, I know that a large portion of the homeless population is addicts, mentally ill, or a combination of the two, so I understand the biases about the homeless. That being said, I keep out of the way. I am hidden in the woods. My camp is almost impossible to find. But now that the good weather is coming in, I am seeing more and more trouble find its way near my area. One thing I do to keep my area clean is I don't cook or eat at camp. I don't make any unnecessary garbage, and what garbage I do make comes right out with me and makes its way into a bin. Now with all that backstory out of the way, well, today I had a run I want to share with y'all. So went up and out today, went to the library to charge my phone and get some resumes out, and went to the dollar store to get some supplies, canned goods. I made it back down to the area, and honestly, I was hungry and wanted a hot meal. There's a fire pit in the forest I camp. I have to pass it's near the entrance of the area. In fact, I have used it many times at night to have a nice big bonfire. I really wanted some hot ravioli in a can, so I started a small fire so I could heat up my food. I don't have much on me. 6 cans of beans, 2 cans of ravioli, and some sesame snap candy things. I got the very small fire going and got my food on top to heat up. I have a teeny tiny portable pot. I'm sitting at the table near the fire pit waiting, and this woman comes walking down the path, sees me, makes eye contact, and walks over. I have no idea who this person is, and it immediately puts me on alert. It's not normal to be approached like that. I didn't expect her to sit down at the table and start presently talking to me. She was being very sweet and soft-spoken, so I thought it was just some regular person in need of conversation. She talked for a good 10 minutes as my food came up to temperature. A few alarm bells did go off when she spoke, mostly her mouth, her teeth. One thing I notice whenever someone talks to me out of the blue are the teeth. And her teeth told a story. They were messed up big time, what's known as meth mouth. They were all rotten. But at this time, she hasn't caused any issues for me, so I don't know the entire situation was fishy. When she first got to the table, she was wearing a winter coat but took it off. My food started bubbling, and I said to her, "Well, looks like it's lunchtime." She said it was nice talking to you as I went in my floor to grab my food. She stood up, picked her coat up, put it over her arm, and walked away. Well, I immediately noticed my grocery bag with my beans and it was gone. All that was a show so she could swipe my grocery bag. So yeah, I'll say this. I need my beans. They are survival beans. So I went after her. I said, "Hey lady, you're not doing this to me. Give my bag back right now. I'm not even playing." And that's where she went nuts. She went from 0 to 100 instantly. She wasn't yelling, but shrieking like a banshee. She was unhinged. All I wanted was my food back. She literally lost her mind. She was reaching in my bag, grabbing the cans, and throwing them at me. Because that's all there was in there. She ended up whipping the bag at me, so I got mostly everything back. I couldn't find 2 cans that she threw at me, but that's okay. I got most of my supplies. Now here's the worst thing is if she had asked, I probably would have given her a few cans or even shared my food. But what I assumed was she thought she was getting something worth money she could either sell or return so she could get drugs. Unfortunately, the good weather, so the addicts are on the move. I'm going to have to keep my eyes wide open. Sorry that happened to you. Hope things get better. Take good care of yourself, and you sound strong and will improve your situation. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.